Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial we'll learn how to make this beautiful overlap placket. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. The first thing I'll do is pick the front of my dress or the shirt, and I will mark the width and the depth of the neckline depending on how wide you want your neckline to be. So you just mark whatever width you want. In this case I'll be marking 3.5 inches width, and the depth is 8.5 inches. Then I will connect it. The shape you give to it depends on what the shape you want. So I'll just draw a freehand kind of shape. Just watch as I'll be drawing the shape. You can make yours V direct if you want. So I'll just draw the shape I want, and I'll cut it out. So just keep watching and you will understand what I am doing. So after cutting, I will mark ½ inch to the right and ½ inch to the left of that center, of the center front, of the center crease, so that I can draw the line, and this line is where my sewing will follow, more like my sewing allowance. I'll do it to the other side as well. Then I'll come up a little by like ½ an inch and make a mark. And on that mark, I will draw a line to make more like a triangle. Okay, do you see what I just did? Now I want to mark ½ inch to all through the neckline now, so that I will mark out my sewing allowance. So I'm just following the shape of the neckline, and this line I'm marking is actually my sewing allowance. I will do the same to the other side. So this is what the neckline looks like with the allowance all marked out. Now the next thing is to pick the fabric that we use as my blanket. On fold it is 1.5. If I open it up like this, is 3 inches. So I added an interfacing, a light interfacing, and I ironed it into two. I fold it into two and iron it. So what I will do is I'll place it on my fabric. Remember, this is the right side of my fabric. This is the right side of my fabric, so I'll place it on it and I will sew following the allowance that I marked. Following that line, I will sew it following the shape. Just keep watching and you understand what I'm doing. So I'll keep sewing until I get to the end of that line that I marked. It would pass the line. You see the line? That is where I'll stop. I'll do the same for this other side. I'll make sure I stopped at the same point that I stopped at the other side. I'll make sure it's equal. The next thing I'll do is to open the slits until I get to that triangle, that small triangle that I made earlier. Once I get to the beginning of that triangle, I'll follow that line. Did you see the line? That is what I'll follow till I get to the point where I stopped while sewing. It must not pass that point, and it must be very close. So I'll stop at that end. I'll cut the other side too. Now after cutting like this, you can now take it to your overlocking machine and overlock the raw edges. Take it to your overlocking machine and overlock the raw edges. Now after that, you take it to your ironing table and press it very well. So let me press. I won't be overlocking this. I'll just press it and come back to show you what I have. Now before I press, I will notch first because of the curve at this side. I need it to relax well, so I will notch it and I will now take it to my ironing table to iron. So after iron, this is what it looks like. You see this part, I pushed it in at that part, and that V too will go in. Then I will sew it at the other side. You see the way it overlap? That is where I will turn it and I will sew it at the other side. I'll pick the little V, that little triangle, and the other three I'll sew them. Sorry, I did not realize that I was working beyond my camera coverage. So what I did at this point is, this is the wrong side. The two plackets and the V, that little V. So that is what I just sew at that point. And this is what it looks like. Do you see it? I already sewed that point inward in the other side, at the other side. So the next thing will be to top stitch. I'm cutting off the excess. After cutting off the excess, I will top stitch. After top stitching, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So it's so easy. I hope you give it a try. If you want to put button, you can add button to it. And if you want to modify the neck, you can do that as well. Thank you for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.